probably already know that the world sees Generation X men as being a little different. But who gives a damn how they see us anyway? Because to the rabbit, a lion seems very violent. But to the lion, well, a rabbit looks a lot like, well, it looks a lot like lunch. And they keep telling us that we should be more sensitive and we should open up more and soften up some. Let go of all that old school stuff. Let me ask you this. When did being a man become a problem? And when did having a damn opinion on something make you seem dangerous? And maybe it's just me, but I don't feel like we should have to hide who we are just to be accepted. Because in my experience, the right people, well, they'll see us and they'll recognize us and they'll respect you. And the ones who don't, well, the hell with them. And they tell us it's okay to cry every now and again, and we should open up more and stop bottling all our emotions up inside. Be more, get in touch with our feminine side, is what they say. But the minute you show some real emotions, you're weak or you're soft or you're just another broken man with no backbone. And I'm sorry, people, I don't know about you, but that's not how I was raised. It's okay to be who you really are. And I'm not shrinking for anybody. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to fit in, and I'm different. I know I'm different, and I'm proud of that fact. And the way I was raised, well, men were taught to be men. We were raised to be strong and resilient and to speak our mind and to stand for what we truly believed in. We were taught to protect our families and to provide and lay down our life if need be for our friends and for our country. And I'm not changing at all, not an iota, and neither should you. Because in reality, people, it's not us that's the problem. It's the world that's went and changed and it's compromised itself and it's lowered its damn standards. And you know I'm telling the truth. And what the things that we learn, along the way in our childhood and our adulthood, we learned the hard way. We didn't have therapists. We didn't need them. We had a little thing called consequences. So if you mouthed off, you might get punched in the mouth. That's just how things were, and that's how you learn. But you didn't cry about it. You learned when to speak and when to keep your damn mouth shut. And that's how we learn respect the hard way, one mistake at a time. But I tell you what, once you learn those lessons, they really stuck with you. Because that pain from those lessons, that was real. And you know what they say, people, experience is the best teacher. Seems as if today they fear discipline, something they sadly lack. And we didn't fear discipline. We actually expected discipline. What we feared more than anything was becoming that man that nobody respected. And we didn't grow up trying to be tough or hard. We grew up trying to learn how to survive. And we weren't acting tough. We had no need to act tough. We just didn't cry about every little scrape or scar or every little setback. And we didn't have time for safe spaces. We had asphalt and busted knees and broken bones, and hell, we had life to live, experiences to make. We fixed what we could with bubble gum and remember super glue? Super glue or duct tape, whatever we had on hand. And we made it work. I can remember putting a flattened out bottle cap in my handlebars because they were stripped and flattening out remember the old metal bottle caps, flattening it out and putting it in there and tightening it up with some vice grips, making do. And that wasn't toughness, people. That's normal. That's just how things were. So people, believe me when I tell you, you're not broken. We're just built for something that this version of the world is trying to forget. So hold your line, brother, because this world, even if they don't know it, they still need men like us. There's still a lot that we can teach to this next generation if they'll just listen. We still got a lot of stuff inside that this world's trying its best to forget. Things that all men should know. Integrity and loyalty and hell, most of all, restraint. That's something this world is sadly lacking. And that's why you don't see a lot of us on social media telling all our business or posting every emotion we have or every opinion we think. We don't do that for the most part. You know, we tend to be more measured in what we say and what we share. You know, when we think before we speak, that way when you really say something, you know, when you decide to come out and let people know what you think, it means a lot more. It carries a lot more weight. And knowing when to speak and when not to speak, that's not weakness, people. That's wisdom. And that was forged under the pressure of consequences. So it's time we start to call that thing that we keep trying to hide because we're trying to fit in. It's strength. Why are you trying to hide strength? That's what makes a man, strong. I just, different times, I guess. I don't know, people. We spend our whole lives having experience after experience, some good, some bad. And we gain all this knowledge to pull from, to handle, to carry us through different situations we encounter, only to run into this version of the world that wants us to shelter all that inside and not be who we were. I'm sorry. If you train a dog to be a hunting dog, that's what he is. And it's hard for him to revert back to being a house dog. He may be able to do it, but he'll always have that hunting instinct. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to go against our nature, man. We were raised a certain way to be a certain way. And I don't know about you. I'm tired of trying to fit into what society says this new version of a man should be. It's just not my version of a man. I'm sorry. I hold my tongue a lot. I understand. Time to place to say certain shit, a time to place not to say it. But you know, like I know, you see things that make you just shake your head. And I used to wonder when I was younger and I would hear the older guys talking to the older people saying these times, boy, well, look at these times. They would have never done that back. I get it now. I didn't then, but I do now. And I'm not saying when we grew up is better than now. I'm not saying that at all. Because they got a lot of shit now we didn't have that I wish we had. Like I wish we had PlayStation 5. But what I am saying, when it comes to what truly makes up a man, in my opinion, a lot of these cats don't have it. A lot of these, it's okay to cry. Yeah, okay. That's how you were raised. I guess so, but it's not how I was raised. But anyway, I've said enough, and I don't want to get on here and get to rambling and ranting. But hey, if you got any comments on this, fellas, please by all means drop them down in the comments and let's speak on it. And then again, this is a safe space for us, so say what you want and what you believe, and we'll take it from there. But again, I thank you for pulling up a chair and listening to me rant and rave. And there's a lot we need to talk about, fellas. There's a lot wrong in this world, and there's a lot that we could help fix if people would just listen. But you know what they say. All things in this time. Hey, at any rate, I'm Monk. Take care of yourself and each other. I'm out of here. See you in the next one. Bye, everybody.